Hello everyone, this is Sharon with Signature Studios. Um, I have been practicing changing colors on a dress because I want to use it for Valentine's Day. But this gorgeous image was donated by Marabella Portraits, Fine Art Photography. I will include her link at the bottom of the page of her Facebook page, but here it is. She's pretty amazing and she let me use this photo, which is a great photo because darker colors are hard to change. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, I'm going to duplicate my background. Lay it down here, duplicate it, or Command or Control J, duplicate. I always want to protect the background. I never ever want to do anything to it. That way I can go back and change. But this is straight out of camera. I haven't done anything to it, and I'm not going to for this tutorial. Right now we're just going to try to change the color of this dress. So now that I've duplicated the layer, I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Replace Color. Okay, here you're going to find your eyedroppers. Add colors, you want it to find colors. Subtract colors, you want it to take away a color. Anyways, what it is that it's going to pick up colors that you click on. See, it's already going to pick it up, but it's picking up something right here on her face and her arm. But that's fine. That's why we're on a duplicated layer. We can mask it off. I'm not worried about that right now. I want to get all these colors of this dress. That way it changes correctly. So I'm just looking and adding everything that I see. And I know it's difficult, but now I want right there because it's a darker shade of purple. So I'm going to go over here. See how it's leaving the white alone? But we're going to go around the white a little bit. This is just a quickie tutorial. Alright, and also adjust what it's picking up. Uh-oh, my doggies are going to bark. If they do, I'll have to pause. Alright, so if you adjust fuzziness, what it does is it picks up alternate colors around it. As you can see, there's actually purple tint in the white background, which we don't want it to do that. Okay, because now it's picked up her teeth, it's picked up her eyes, it's picking up any color cast off the dress. We don't want to do that. So, but we can adjust it. See, and if we don't want all the purples, we can lower it. But we do want the purples. We want all the purples. We're close enough to it. Alright, that's the current color that we're working on. This says result. Red is hard to get to change. Alright, so I've had to do red in multiple layers. See how it changes colors? Ah, yay! See, it's changing, but it's not changing to red. But this is basic right here. This is just to show you how you can change the dress color, desaturate it. We can go down to blues. Look at that. She's a little frozen princess. Oh, I love that. But see what it did to her lips? We're not going to worry about that. We're going to mask that off. Right now, let's try to get it to a closest shade of red. So, we can clearly see. It is not easy, is it? Red is a difficult color. So, I ended up doing 2 steps. But to do a quick color change, come do this. Alright? Just quick. But let's go back to where we were. Here we go. Let's start. We know we want that color, so we're going to click OK. Alright, here we go. We got hue, saturation, light. Messing with them. See how it changes? It's so easy though, it picks up everything. But we got orange. We don't want orange. There's a red. I know it's an awful, ugly red. I'm going to bring down the saturation. We're going to start. See, red is just so difficult. Don't look at anything else. Just look at the dress and where it's changing. Nothing else. See, I'm taking my time. I'm looking for this. Colors change. It's amazing what you can do in Photoshop now. But let's go back over here. I mean, because even pink will be good. Anything to get our base color down. Anything to get our base color down. Alright, I'm going to select OK. I don't like that, but it's a base. Let's go that one. Oh, I like that one better. Okay, we're going red, but this is what we're doing. Alright, see what we did? Bam. Alright, so now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going down arrow, which means if I turn this layer off, this layer goes off. So now I'm going to try to start adjusting this color. Now this is where it gets iffy. Using your hue saturation layer, what usually happens is it's going to just randomly pick up colors. I don't like that. And I've got no control. I don't like having no control. But we're going to do it because we're looking for red. See? And I'm not going to get red, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to go back to image, adjustments, replace color. I'm going to do it again. Grab my eyedropper tool. I'm going to add pink. All that I can see. I mean, you just go around, grab it. You know, it's kind of easy. Trying to pinpoint the part of the... Oh, I know what it is. Here we go. Move my box because see, I can see that little bit of gray right there. I want that color selected. So I'm going to drop the fuzziness because see how it went behind the dress? We don't want it on the backdrop. Not at all. Not at all. Alright, let's do this again. Whew, see how we're getting oversaturated now. I'm going to try the maroon because I did this on another portrait and it worked fairly well. We just come down here and start adjusting this and we have red. Now we got to fix that red. It's oversaturated. I mean, it's really bringing in some highlights. I'm adding color. Alright, see what I just did? I added in a wrong color. And I just took it away. I'm taking this one away too. Alright, we're back to her. There we go. We're back to just the dress. Nothing easy about this, people. It's easy, but it's not. I mean, I'm learning as we go here too. Let's do that. I got a warp in. Oh, looky there. You gotta pay attention. I see purple. I see purple. There we go. Alright, so we have red, but it is not the actual, see purple? The actual color of red we want. But we got red. So let's drop it here. Alright, we got it on. Now we'll go to hue and saturation again. Now we're going to clip this layer to layer 1 where we changed our color. Now we're going to click on the reds. There we go. Let's start making it look real. Haha. If she was purple, she'd be an Oompa Loompa. I like the fact that blues pick up really good. See, we still got purple. You gotta be careful of that. Alright, see what I did? I toned it down just a little bit, but it's too much. So the opacity is up 100%, so I'm going to drag it down. I mean, frankly, it's really looking fake. So I'm dragging the opacity down on layer 1, which is the dress. What it is the silver edge. It is really throwing me off. See, we can fix that easy. Just now, with the dress being red, it doesn't match anything else. Okay, back to where we were at. We're going to add a layer mask. I know it's not perfect. This is just to get you started. Grab a regular brush. Now on your brush, right here on the hardness, because we've got to go around the edging, alright, it needs to have some hardness. I like 13. Seriously. It needs to be. Okay, so when you add your mask, which was right here, the little box, this is so we can control how to take it on and off. Alright, so the mask is white. Black takes it off. We added this. We clipped it to the layer, so we don't have to do it twice. We're only doing this once. So my brush is set to 100% opacity. We're just going to wipe this off her face. Bring her back to life. But see what happened? We'll fix that in a minute. And this is just a quickie to show you guys. I'm not going to be a perfectionist in it. When you see the next tutorial, it is going to be with the same portrait, but it will be perfect. I will have to make it 100%. Most people do this differently, but like I said before, I like control over my just no joke. I mean, you know, if it's me, being a photographer, we look at detail, and this is another photographer's image, so I will be a perfectionist with it, as well as my own image. I hate that. So now we're just going to start adding it back in. In certain places that shouldn't be purple, but see, that shouldn't. We hit X is all I did. Now to take my mask back to white, I'm going with my layer brush, or shoot, bracket key, making my things. Trouble doing this up close stuff is because I am using a Wacom tablet. I know you heard my clicks earlier, but some things I just do not use it with. So I'm going back in. I see oranges, which is fine. We can fix it. No biggie. I'm hitting X again. I held down the space bar to drag my image. I'm hitting X again. Keyboard is something you really, really want to get used to. But at 13, there'd be like overspray. Pretend that you're spraying something, you know, with spray paint. There'd be overspray going all over her arm. But if you harden it too hard, then you get a hard edge. So we don't want that. We just want to... I'm hushing my dog, sorry. We just want to get close. Now keep in mind, we can see the purple. I mean, that's clear around the edges of her skin. I mean, it is very clear. But do you know what? That purple also can be fixed with chromatic aberration, I believe is. I don't know how to say it. Alright, we're in the hair. I'm going to make my brush small. I'm going to drop my opacity to about, let's go 70. We might go 50. Let's go 50 to see what it does to the hair. And just, there we go. We got that one. Just easy, easy, easy. Little pecks, little pecks. Easy, easy, easy. See how I'm coming around the line of the arm? Easy, easy. We got white coming in, which is from the hue and saturation level. Now we're just going easy, easy. Easy, easy. Easy. Easy, easy. We just want to kill that purple tint. Easy, easy. Just pecking. Alright, I'm going to make my brush smaller. I'm using the bracket key. Easy. And when you catch you got a boo-boo, hit Control, Alter, Alt key, and Z, and it'll undo it. Or go up here and undo. But right now we're just easy. That's what we want, is easy. I mean, you could surely use your selection tool for this. You use your magic wand, but you know, the time I've spent trying to fine tune it, it's just aggravating to me. Wow, I moved it. This up here, we're going back to 100%. Make our brush. I'm just going to see what it's doing to the hair, because that just takes too long. That easy. It's actually not affecting her hair too much. Except for right here, which is going to be a fun thing to fix, because I'm not sure how to do it yet. We have to fix that edging. Alrighty. I'm going to fix that hair. Small. Red is difficult to do. I mean, it really, to me, red is difficult to do. Just like a, you see how it's overspray right there? Just like a paintbrush, I'm telling you. Or not paintbrush, paint can. Spray paint. I have not perfected this, so don't. This is just a starter. Just a starter. There are some good tutorials on YouTube for this, better than what I'm doing. But sometimes you just don't know. Alrighty. So we know it's desaturated, so I'm going to go up here to selective color. It's a little envelope. I'm going to go to reds. I'm going to start adjusting the red and clip this down. Because, no, I unclipped it. It was already clipped. Anytime you go underneath a clipped, it attaches. So now let's go back to selective color. I'm going to reds, because I got to tone down this red. Alright, see the cayenne? Cyan, however you say it. Magenta is a no-no. Just don't touch it. Yellow turns it all kinds of funky. Black. Yep, there we go. There we got a deep dark red. Now we can go back. See, we are two getting it. Look at us. We're good. We're learning together. So let's turn it off and back on, see what we got. There we go. There we go. Alright, now see, I believe that's pretty good. I mean, you know, considering this is a quickie tutorial, but as we talked about, I'm gonna grab my brush. There is some purple spots, so I would just do this. Oh, I made a new layer right here, and I'm just gonna go over the. I need to make my brush bigger. I need to make it soft again. I need to change this to color. That color didn't work. See how it's leaving spots? It's really destroying it, actually. But we're going to go over this anyway to see if we can't change it. We're going to change to normal. Now we're going to drop the opacity and see if we can just start easing in. Alright, I'm going to duplicate that layer. Up the opacity, and I'm going to go to multiply. Nope, didn't work. So I'm just going to start color. Didn't work. So I'm going to delete that layer. See, sometimes I'm just learning, like you, like everyone here. I'm going to delete this layer too. I am going to go up here. I am going to hit Control, Alt, Shift, E. Now when I do this, I can no longer go back and mess with these unless that layer is off. This is aggravating. Alright, because if that layer is off, we can't go back. It's the same as flattening the image. It is supposed to technically help, but it doesn't help me. I haven't mastered that yet. So if anybody has any tips, please comment on where a good tutorial is for me. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I make colors, so I need these colors gone. Alright, so now what we're going to do, because we're changing it, I'm going to change the opacity. I'm hitting 10 on the keyboard. I'm going to click darker color because I need that darker. I'm going to use my Alt key. I'm going to click on this color, and I'm actually painting on the layer at only 10%. You can see where it just needs some help. But to be honest, the way I edit, I know for a fact I'm going to normal. I know that I can use exposure. Maybe I'll go to normal. I know I can use exposure. There we go. To correct a lot of that. But it's orange that it's pulling in. And the fuzziness causes the white fuzziness. Whenever you're doing your selective color, it is the fuzziness. So bear that in mind too. Anytime you use fuzziness, it will, especially highlighted areas, it'll start bringing it out. Which there is a multitude of ways to fix those. I mean, we can use the blur tool, we can use exposure. Here, I'll show you exposure. Wait, give me a second. Let me go. Look. It's blending the colors. And all I did was change it to normal, because sometimes when you go darker color, it's better for skin purposes. But you'll notice all these highlighted areas, it's from the fuzzy. It didn't pick up the color properly. Because, you know, it's a big set of colors. But the dress is not the focal point. The child is the focal point, but we want the dress red because we need it for Valentine's Day. I'm changing the color. Crazy. Alright, this is how I would use this. I could gamma correction. See what it did? Aha. This is great for backgrounds, by the way. If you didn't just notice. But I would darken it like that and then bring offset up and see how it starts to mush it. But sometimes what I would do is I would do two separate exposure layers. Here's exposure. I would bring the dark down, the offset, which darkens. When you bring it to the left, it'll darken it. And you can bring gamma to the right, it'll darken it. Alright, then I would do it again. Exposure. Yes, I know it looks crazy. Now I'm going to go offset up. Alright, which starts to bring and everything like that. I bring gamma down again. But now I know it looks crazy. I would just start adjusting them. I'd turn them both off. And then start bringing it up until the red started to mush. Till the black started to blend. This is great too if you get somebody with dry hair. Bringing it in, bringing it in, bringing it in. I mean, sometimes if it don't work separately, I'll get them set to where I think they're starting to work. Like there. To me, it's starting to work. I know it's not right. I would hit Control, click both of them. That would hold them together. Hit Control, G. I'd group it, and then I'd turn it off. And start turning it on just until I see the reds start to blend. And they are, but see, we still got high spot right there. Alright, I'm going to give it a layer mask. We don't want all of this, you know, so let's make our brush bigger. We're at 10% opacity. I'm going to hit 2. It's already on black layer mask. Make sure it's on black layer mask. Hardness is off. We want hardness off. Now I'm going to gently, we had no problem right here around the face, but I'm going to gently take it off her face. We need it off the background, period. But to be honest, I'm not trying to edit the photo because I'd never go. This is just a quickie on how to get that color right. But I do like using the exposure on the dress. Alright, let's get back to the dress. Control, Alt, Shift, E. Merging visible layers. Each time you do this, it creates a bigger PSD file. Keep that in mind. Filter, Camera Raw filter. Sometimes it's just best to go. I'm going to go to brush. Right here, adjustment brush. We know the highlights is what's causing a lot of the fuzziness. We know we had, I see purple right there. I know we had oranges right here. So I'm going to attempt, you just click on highlights, okay? And I am going to go over the highlights on the dress only. If you see that dotted line, what that is your feathering on your brush. Because you can take your over here, you can take your feather up. So I'm just going to undo. I'm going to drop it back down for you, and you can actually see that. I don't know why we can't have that brush in Photoshop like this one, because it is actually quite nice to have, because you can actually see when it's going to feather. But let's just take these highlights down. Alright, highlights are down there. Here you can actually adjust it. Use your slider. You can see where it's messing. So, but I don't want to bring it down too much, so I'm just going to take it back to -25, because I'm going to go over here to whites. -25. I mean, once you start adding them together, it's going to start changing. Okay. On difference on the dress. I mean, it's pretty cool. I am going to go back to the magnifying tool. The reason you go back there is so all these pop back up. I'm going to go over here. Where'd it go? I know it's hue, saturation, luminance. I am going to go, hue will start changing colors. Okay, we know we have oranges in there. See? There we go, we got oranges. There's where our color problem is. And then here's our reds, which it's still picking up red. So right now, let's just go default. Let's start messing with these sliders. See, we still got to fix that. Alright, let's try out the orange. Purples. It took out the purple. Almost. We'll go up here. We're going to go remove chromatic aberration. We're going for the purple because now that we've changed the dress color, it's, you know, it doesn't know that it's not purple. Alright, it took it out. This is just a quickie, peoples. Just a quickie. Do another tutorial. Whoa, you see the difference? There we go. There we go. And it's the dress. Alright, I think that's it. You guys just play with your selective color. You can go to magentas right here to help get out the rest of the purple. You can play with hue saturation just to play. You can do your contrast right here. It helps too, because contrast will dumb down certain high spots. It'll also deepen the reds. See what I'm talking about? I'm just deleting these. You can go to adjustments over here, replace that color again. You can go to shadow highlights, help bring out these shadows highlights. You can also just work on this layer, do a 10% opacity. Always do 10 whenever you're adding color onto the actual layer, because it's hard. Just make sure to undo if you boo-boo. But okie dokie. Again, thank you, Maria from Marabella Portraits. I will include the link below. I hope this helps.